Coach Strong.
But Charlie, I mean, first talk a little bit about what it's like to be here. I mean, you've competed against Miami for so long in recruiting and in other ways. Now you're here on the staff. What's that like for you?
Well, I'm really excited about being here, and you're right. I competed, and I had a chance to come down here, and this was an area that I recruited over the years. A number of years I've been, been able to coach the sport. So, but I know this that when you look at what's being done here right now, we're looking at the head coach with Mario and the assistants that he has put together. It's so fun because you come into work and you feel the enthusiasm, you feel the excitement, and you just know that there's an identity now, and we're creating an identity, and it's something that we want to continue to build on.
Coach, you've been on some staffs that have been great recruiting staffs. What have you guys with experience like you, Coach Aday, Mario Cristobal, obviously? How have you guys kind of built the staff to be kind of a recruiting power?
Recruiting is it's all about relationships, and if you develop a relationship with a young man, then you're going to always have a chance to at the end get the result that you're looking for. And I always feel like this in recruiting that all players are looking for where do they want to go, and you got to find that out. But when you have a staff and everyone right now is locked in and everyone's a part of it and they're part of the recruiting process, then it makes it a lot easier.
Coach, are there two guys in particular in the linebacker right now that you feel that some of your knowledge over the years coaching football early on well with?
But right, it's just so hard because I think we just finished practice number 5, but you still got a bunch of guys that are willing to work, and when they're willing to work, then they're going to learn it, and it's all new for them. And you think about when you look at look at Steve, you look at K4, you just look at all those guys that have been in the system, and now with Corey, they just knowing that they're willing to learn, and so when they're willing to learn, they're gonna have a chance to learn it, and then we can and I told them, each and every day is bit by bit, piece by piece. So now we're just knowing that, hey, when we get to where we have to know it all, we don't have to know it all right now, but I expect them to know it and get it.
Are there any specific traits or measurables that you're looking for?
Well, when you look at that position, it's hard to say because you look at some of the really good players here that have played this position. You can't say, hey, I need this. I need this guy to be this height. I need this guy to weigh this much. You're just looking for a guy who has leadership skill, someone who has some toughness to him, someone that go tackle the football. But there's so many traits, and you got to find those traits, and then it's got to be the right fit.
What have been your first impressions of Wesley Bissainthe?
Well, Wesley, coming in, new this semester, and the thing you like about him, he has length, but he's willing to learn, and he listens to you, and he's it's all new to him right now. College is new to him, but he's got a guy that has going to have a bright future.
Who's impressed you with their consistency?
Well, when you just look at the whole group, just as a whole defense, you see the improvement. I know you just got through talking to Coach Adai. You see the improvement in the secondary. You see guys up front with Harvey, those guys that are coming along, and then with the linebacker position with Steve, with K4, with Corey, those guys are all they have played. So when they played, it's not hard for them because they've heard it and it's all new to them, but they know that they can learn it.
You mentioned the leadership of linebackers. Have there been any linebackers that have really emerged as leaders within that class?
Well, it's the guys that have played have some leadership ability because they played already, so they understand what they have to do. But it's all for them right now. It's them just learning the defense because they haven't. It's new to them, so it's more than them. They just want to get locked in. And what you really like about these guys is they don't want to make any mistakes. So when they don't want to make any mistakes, that's why they're out there and they're concentrating so hard. And it's so hard to be perfect. And I told them that you're going to make those mistakes, but they're willing to learn.
Charlie, this defensive staff in general. I mean, you've got you know, Kevin Steele. You've got a couple Hall of Famers that are helping you as analysts. Coach Adai is considered one of the best defensive backs coaches in the country. Is this the best staff? I know you're looking at it from a little different perspective, but is this the best staff that you've worked with in your career?
Well, you know, with each staff member, everybody have their own attributes, and you're right. So you look at Jason Taylor, who's a Hall of Famer, and there's a guy right there who's a QC for us, and then you look Joe, who's our D-line coach, and him and Rod going to do a really good job with the D-line, and then Kevin at the linebacker position, and you're right, Adai in the secondary. But you have a really good staff, a veteran staff, and guys that understand. You know, it's a process, and we're all working together, and guys are willing to work together.
Thank you very much,
Okay.
Coach Strong.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.